Howdy, and welcome back. My name is Oatmealent, and this is Let's Play EU4 Japan. I have given up on being friends with the Ming. They just don't seem to like me. And I'm focusing instead on colonizing, on what the original plan of this Let's Play was to do, was to colonize as much as possible of Asia and get a hold in North America, not so much for the profitability of North America, although I do think that will eventually play a role in our being able to have a core next to a Western nation so that we can Westernize, and then at that point, once we're Westernized and have gotten our stability back, then we might wipe out Asia and that might get us to rank 1. But the main reason that we're in North America right now is that we got to the end of the idea group exploration ideas, giving us permanent casus belli against animists and shamanists. So these guys are animists, they're considered pagans, and I'm going to attack them and not take a single one of their provinces, and I might vassal them, although it's unlikely. If any of their... See, so here's an interesting case where Chimichi considers this to be one of their provinces. If you take this province in a war, you can release Chimichi as a vassal after you've taken it, and it will be Chimichi's core, obviously. And then Chimichi will most likely... The rulers of Chimichi will be my religion, in this case Shinto, and they'll convert this to being a Shinto province because animal religion is really easy to convert. And then I can just annex this and get a core here for free, just like anywhere else. So if there's a pretty substantial amount of Chimichi provinces, anything profitable, gold mines, even this coffee might be enough. I might take this in the peace so that I can have fleet basing rights over here with my vassal, the Chimichi. But that remains the strength of... Oh, that's right. Right. Drats. I forgot I needed a diplomat for this. I definitely don't want to take the annexing guy off. And it takes forever. Oh, well. It takes forever to get back. I should have thought of that in the last video. I removed my colonist from Guam in the hopes that they would destroy Guam, because I don't want Guam. The best I could hope with Guam is that I sold it to someone, but there's going to be no one who's interested. It's just not worth it, the money that it's going to go into this settlement. I think it'll probably be destroyed in the next few weeks. And it is, I do believe it's considered overseas. I think that this is not, or this might be, I definitely know that Wake is considered overseas, and I do think that Guam is too. Let's see here. Yeah, see, it has a tariffs income. If it has a tariffs, that means it is overseas, despite being in the Filipino trade node. It is still considered overseas. So that's no good. I don't want that province particularly much. And it is an aggressive, angry province. So I'm much more interested in this province, which is still aggressive, but not so bad. Okay, let's just hope that we have enough money to last that colonial maintenance until we manage to show our superiority to the Incans. The Incans are nothing as strong as the Aztecs. The Aztecs would put up a fight. The Aztecs might actually beat... Oh, Colonial Rush, that's great. The Aztecs might actually beat these non-gun troops. You check it out. They don't have any offensive they don't have any offensive fire because they're not wielding guns. So they're just not nearly as good as the typical European troop that would land over here and like put the smackdown on the Aztecs at this time. So I don't know what to say. I think the Aztecs might beat this 15 stack, and they definitely would give me a run for my money against everything else. As you can see, the Zapotec consider this to be one of their provinces, as do the Mayans consider this to be their core province. That's the way I like to deal with the Aztecs. Just take away those provinces that the Mayans and the Zapotecs consider to be theirs and release the Mayans and Zapotecs to their own vassals, and then eventually annex those vassals. You get autocores for doing that, and you don't have to spend your diplomatic power to core them, and you don't have to have overextension. It's just so much better. Colonial conquest. Hello. Now I'm not going to... I don't even know if they're aware that the Incas are there. They definitely didn't get mad at me for that. Great. This place that was giving me the overextension, I think, is... No, that... Yeah, this is the place that was giving me the overextension. Why is it... Oh, it's cored, but I just can't see it yet. So eventually it'll be giving me a lot of money. But back to this war. The way I fight a war against the Incans is the way I would fight a war against anyone that I believe I'm strongly favored. And that's to make a bunch of these little... Oh. You know, if you don't kill Guam, I'm gonna just be sitting here with, like, a colony that I don't want. I hope that they do. I don't know. I know that they can. I've had it happen to me before. I know that they can rise up and destroy a colony. Yeah, so the plan is... The plan is to put the Conquistador in control of the stack that's going to be going into the unknown, because if I don't do that, then they can't go into the unknown. Okay, here is their troops. Notice, my .8 was actually, like, doing pretty well against their much stronger troops, much larger number of troops, and the reason being... Oh. I didn't realize I had a loan taken out. Well, I might have to take out another one, I don't know how quickly I'll be able to beat the Incans. And also the sieges seem to, in my experience, last significantly. Oh, even without a Conquistador they can go into the unknown, huh? I didn't know that. Maybe because we're at war, or... I don't know why, but... it was letting me. Yeah, so as you can see, they just don't stand a chance. I don't know if it's because they are, like, built to not have... I'm trying to chase them down while simultaneously protecting my weaker stacks. So, like, this is one of the reasons you can beat them so easily. They think they can beat me with their 6 against my 2, but I'm actually aware that my 2 is very likely to beat their 6. Imagine what you would do as the European troops type over here. It just is like you can actually take out the Aztecs who have, instead of like 11, they have like 30. The siege time is the big deal. Low siege times. This war is gonna take a small fraction of the time that a war with non-animists. I think that animists is what's doing it. Fort defense, yeah, really low fort defense because they're animists. I think when so I was gonna check to see if any of their provinces have like small people who believe that it's theirs. Looks like just this one province. So what I'm gonna do is take this one province and release it as the Chimu, and get fleet basing from them. Pretty obviously, I'm still a shogunate, so I still have the large number of diplomatic relations that I'm capable of having at any given time. Now, it might not even be worth it to take out all of their provinces. It'll depend on how much money they do have. Yeah, see, this is just gonna be like... I don't know if it's broken or if it's the incentive that you have for coming over here. Whoa, this is more than I got. It's Portugal. I guess I don't know. Wow. You kidding me? Okay. So basically I would have to so they're giving me as much as they can. This province would effectively cost me a few hundred gold. But I'm gonna attack them again. I'll get that gold later. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that province. Then... Are you kidding me? I can core this one? I can core this one. Why can I core this one? Is it just this is close enough to the Aztecs I can core it? Well, gee. It would take 88 months to core it. How much overextension is it giving me? 8. Only 8. Oh, I'm not gonna release it then. I'm not gonna go through the whole, like, diplo-annexing nonsense that I have to go through in Japan. I'm just gonna core it. I didn't even think about that. Wow, this deal with the Aztecs. So awesome. Conquered a province in our religious group. Yeah, I knew they were gonna dislike that, but... Yeah, I'm just gonna core it. And all you guys, come over here. And then I'm gonna go on like a building spree in Japan. I'm glad they have this manufacturing. So, like I said, this costs 500 gold and would increase the money of a place by 0.5, it looks like, or 2.5. So let's compare that to, now it is good because it doesn't cost any additional administrative power. So that is good. But the difference in money is huge. So I think I'm just gonna go through and put a temple in all but one. Oh no, I'm just gonna go through and put temples in. Temples in all of my provinces. How much this is gonna cost? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I don't quite have enough. I don't quite have enough administrative power to do that. But in that case, I'm going to go ahead and build the farm estate. Even though it costs so much more money, I'm going to go ahead and build the farm estates in mainland Japan. And then I guess a couple temples. Leaving like, I don't know how much in reserve. I don't know if those farm estates were worth it. That was a lot of gold. That being said, honestly, I don't know what you're supposed to do with gold in this game. The best idea I have for gold is better advisors? No, there's no better advisor. No better advisor. No better advisor. So I can't get better advisors. I can found another colony. That's true. And I can build ships, so what's my naval cap look like? Let's give it a little check. My naval force limit is pretty high, and I don't have anywhere near enough boats to meet that, so I'm going to go into the production screen and build more cogs. Since I really am hoping to stay out of war, I'm gonna build more cogs. Okay. And then with that, I'm going to move these troops from this peaceful land over to this not so peaceful land. Is that really the most profitable? Oh, here's a wasteland. Really? I thought that might be a colony. Guess that's really the most profitable that I can. Oh, this guy's not so bad. Oh, and I'm sure these over here are good. I remember that these over here are good. I must have seen them some other time. I'll need a conquistador for that, but I'll take care of that once I get the boats. And then I'm gonna pull off. Stupid Guab. I needed it temporarily, but I don't need it anymore. You're like, well, what? Aren't you gonna need to jump back over here with boats and whatnot? Wait, did they cancel my fleet pacing rates? No, they didn't cancel fleet basing rights. Why is it giving me a little black flag? Honestly, don't know why it's giving me a little black flag. But I'm gonna go and send them down to my new nexus of power, Japan's coffee-producing province in the south. Yeah, I know that the coast of Brazil, I got there as... I got to that coast, the west, east coast of Brazil. Okay, what to do with these troops? I think the best use of my... time would be to go and explore up here. See if there's nothing valuable up there. And to take these troops and use them to explore the coast of Brazil. Not only, I mean, I don't need the prestige. Obviously, I'm kind of maxed out. You can only have 100 prestige at a time. Kind of maxed out on prestige, but you know what I could do? I could land the troops here and go and attack this Native American group over here. That's better than just wandering around Brazil aimlessly. I'm gonna go and do that. I don't know if you can make it all the way across the United States without going through Aztec land. And I don't have military egress with them. Scandal at court. Sometimes the scandal would erupt in a royal court and would upset a monarch to the point that most diplomatic activity comes to a standstill until things quieted down a bit. I'm gonna bribe an advisor. That's a good reason to keep around some gold. Although I noticed that things seem to scale, like costs of things, seem to scale with the amount of money that you had, which I'm not particularly fond of. Because it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if that's very realistic, and it also encourages poor saving behaviors. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all these cogs and then go about picking up that other colony. Yeah, I'm running at a deficit. I don't know if building all those wheat producers or whatever was the best idea. How the Ming feel about me? They don't have a desire as a province that I control anymore. So either they had a claim on something that I owned or something. But they still consider me a rival. I don't know how to go about keeping them from happening, but as long as they stay where they are, on their side of the ocean or sea, I don't really care if they like me or not. So I needed a conquistador here. Conquistadors cost military power. I don't really mind using some military power up. You should notice I have 5 of 1 leader, significantly decreasing the amount of military strength that I have. So I'm going to go in here and see, am I using everyone? He's a great general, there's no denying that. But I don't need him. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of him. I have the 2 explorers. I feel like both of those are being useful. And I need a conquistador for this side of the world and a conquistador for that side of the world. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss him. If only you were a conquistador. You know what, I don't think I'm going to be able to get Guam to... I don't think I'm going to be able to get Guam to die like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and take these ships. Bring them all here. And I'm just going to station some troops over in Guam. It sucks. I don't want Guam. But I don't want to be like having it as a colony into perpetuity. I thought it was going to take like a day or less for them to kill the colony. Like I thought, oh well. Okay, so I need to improve relations with the Aztecs before they cancel fleet basing rights. Interestingly enough, wouldn't be the end of the world because I would still get the core here. Even if they were to cancel the fleet basing rights, I've started the coring process. The problem would be I have not started the coring process here. So I've got to go butter up the Aztecs. How do you guys feel about me? Awesome. Oh, that's right. I'm already annexing them. I thought to myself, it's time to start annexing them. No. No. Okay, you guys go over to Guam. Not ecstatic about this, but there's no way to be like abandoned colony, and so these cogs are stuck over here. They can't get back over there. Might be able to. I think it's just not worth the risk. I have plenty of money and plenty of naval fleet limit, so I'm just gonna have multiple navies. Makes sense anyway. I'll have a New World Navy that just basically ferries those troops around, and then a Japanese Navy that doesn't. Now those troops are spoken for. They're sitting there protecting that place. Huh. What do I do to explore this land? These troops can't leave. I don't think these troops can't leave. They don't need that conquistador, do they? I don't think Guam probably needs 7 troops. So what I'm going to do is take 3 troops from Guam and send them over to sit in Bone. While at the same time trying to remember to do multiple things at once. You guys are on a journey across to Texas, my homeland. In this game it's not called Texas. Remember in the original Victoria, Texas was for at the very beginning of the game, or at some point in the game. Awesome. Core. Before anything bad happens with the Aztecs. As soon as that's cored, I can try to take on the Aztecs as well. I remember in Victoria, Texas was a playable country. You always used to love playing as Texas. Not only was it fun, like actually challenging and fun. Placate Ming. Ming is a threat to our nation. We must improve relations with them to avoid attack. I agree that Ming is a threat. I just don't know if I can placate them. I've been trying like all game. They consider me a rival. What am I supposed to do? I can't get it to 100. We have a royal marriage that takes out the heretic. And then, even if I'm at 100% improved relations with them, I can't placate Ming. Well, I can't placate Ming. If they chose to attack me right now, it would be pretty bad. I might need to build up some heavy ships. With some of this money that I have. Maybe I should spend it on some heavy ships. Some heavy ships. And make sure that I have a big enough fleet defense to prevent the Ming from attacking me, but placating them is not going to work. I can't get them to 100% relations. Well, that looks like a break point for this video. I'm just gonna make a little cut and we'll be right back.